Oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm the camera guy. I should know that. So, welcome to week 3, episode 3 of Behind the Scene, the show that gives you a look behind the scenes on VFX,
special effects, makeup, some costuming, and prop design.
And anything else that we decide to cover that's filmmaking. So, 2 weeks ago, right?
No, last week.
Last week. Mike's right. He's on point. I'm not.
I'm getting it.
So last week we did a scene about the guy, and if you haven't seen that scene, check it out right here. Yeah, right here, and watch that before you watch this episode, because you won't understand without it. So we did that scene, and last week we covered the prop. This week we're going to cover Mike's makeup.
Yes, my makeup. It's very easy little makeup that I'm doing, a little bit of contouring, some shadowing, and making my face a little white. I got some nice oozy stuff coming out of my mouth, and my eyes look a little creepy.
And yeah, so we're going to cover that makeup now.
What's up, everyone? So I'm going to start doing my makeup real quick. As you can see, I already put in the contacts because it does take a little bit of time to get them in. Gives my eyes a time to adjust. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to start basing my face out. There's many different ways that people do this. I just use what I have on hand because I don't really have too much makeup, but we're going to make it work. I'm using a foundation brush here, and I got this nice little pad makeup here by, I think it's Maybella. Yeah, Mirabella. So I'm going to start with just making my face a little paler. So let's go for it. So I'm using the lightest color here. Okay. I was going to do a white, but white is, it's a little too obvious. I want it to look a little bit more natural. I'm supposed to look like I'm kind of possessed in a sense. So a nice little light pale works. You don't have to overdo it. So you don't go too close to your eye because you're going to be doing eye makeup there. I've got to take my nose ring out. I don't think that's going to look right. So again, like if you've seen in our videos, the episode 1, I did say that I don't watch any tutorials, which I still can't say correctly. So I basically just go with my instinct on what I think looks good or looks right. I don't really know. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. But that's, I guess, where the talent comes in. I'm not going to say I'm like extremely talented because I don't think of myself that way. But I like to play around and do things that stand out, I guess, in a sense. So the makeup I'm doing is I have this reoccurring dream. I haven't had it in a very long time, but I've always wanted to do it. And it's of this quote unquote like man who has been possessed, because I like to do a lot of horror makeup. I like horror films. I mean, I like all types of films, but horror films really give you a chance to play around with different looks and different makeup things. But it's of this guy who gets possessed, and basically ends up waking up in a priest costume. He's a priest to, of course, or maybe a religious man, who is a good guy, a good person, but was taken over by this spirit that, as you saw in the last episode, we made the cross for. The cross that was found out in the woods. So, with that being said, the cross basically has a possession in it that enters my body and takes me over. So first I'm just laying off this coat here of this foundation color to give me a little bit more pale of a color. I'm also going to take this white color that you see right here, oops, right here, just to add some more on top of it. And then I have a translucent face powder that I will be putting over on top to set the makeup in. Again, it's a powder on top of a powder, so I haven't gone to school and there's a lot I still need to learn. So I'm hoping one day I get to do that. But we're going to add this on top, and that's going to give it more of that palish, but a shine, kind of like, I don't want to say like I'm sweating, but you know, when you're sick, you kind of have like a clammy look, and that's kind of the look I'm trying to go for here. And we'll just play around and add it in. I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. Again, any of the contouring stuff that I have learned, it's I used to perform at a bar, a couple bars, and I've watched drag queens put on makeup, and I've watched them contour, and that's basically how I learned how to do the contouring. But again, that's all I just go with what I think looks right. So we'll see how it turns out. So I got basically my nice little coat here of white. I'm going to take some the translucent powder again, and I'm going to just put that over my face just to set the makeup in, which is also cool because the translucent powder will set the makeup, and it also, with this white or this light color, it's tending to make it a little bit paler. Again, I'll go back over it with that white when I do a top coat, so it brings back that glistening look. So now I need to do the eyeliner. What I do is I go right above the lashes and just line that eye. I want it to look as, I don't want to see as much skin as or color. I basically want it to all be dark and black, and then I'll go under it under the lash a little bit. I don't want it to be perfect because I want it to look, as you can see a little bit here, I want it to look messy. I don't want it to look nice and clean. It adds to the effect of like the darkness taking over inside. So you can see a little bit here. Now, next, I'm going to use the same palette that I have here. And I got a brush that's cut on the edge. Okay, well, it has like an edge to it, and that's what I'm going to use to line up my contouring. I'll make my nose a little slimmer, shadow in my eyes, just to, a slimmer nose is going to be creepier than my wider set nose. So I'm going to do that real quick. Now as I move down lower, I'm going to try to not put the brush stroke so strong, so it's not so so predominant of or not, you know what I mean. I don't want it to be too heavy, basically. I don't want it to look fake. I want it to look real, as I could possibly get it. So, again, doing makeup with contacts in is a little bit harder than without them in, but I can't put them in after I put the makeup in because then your eyes get watery and it ruins it all. So, put that on there, set it. I'll move on to the next, and again, I'll go back over this again. Nice. Alright. Move on to lips. Again, I'm going to take a little bit of eyeliner, darken out the corners here, line the lips a little bit, not too much. Alright. Next, I'm going to use this nice purple color here. Okay. I'm going to make my lips I don't want to make them pale. I want them to look kind of like dead. And purple, this color purple makes it look really, you know, not like there's a lot of life to them, kind of cold. So. And with that same black, same brush and same black, I'm gonna go back over really lightly and just darken it up. Now, with the black eyeliner again, I'm gonna go in and add just some speckling underneath my eyes and around them, just to add some like character. So when I scrunch my face, I can see where my lines are at here, and I can, you know, kind of contour those two or give some depth to them. But again, you know, this man that I see in my dreams is not, there's not a lot of detail to his face. It's very faint. It's just mostly the eyes and the mouth and the nose that stick out to me. So the rest of my face is kind of just, you know, I don't want to say plain, but I don't go into too much detail just because it's going to take away from what I'm seeing. Again, so I'm going to line, you know, where the temples are in my head, the side of my head, and just fade that in. You know, give it a little bit more of a, make my temples, make my face a little skinnier, basically. Just rub it in a little bit. Again, on camera, when you know you see this, the way that it's going to be done, it's going to look really cool. But I don't want to overdo it because you can always add more. You can't, you know, take off. I mean, you can with that, but then you ruin a lot of what you've done. I'm going to go back in with some eyeliner, and I'm going to darken over my eyebrows to make them stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to add the kind of like a point to them to make them look creepy. So again, I'm sorry, I'm just going to move out for 1 second. Alright, now I'm going to go in with some gray and just blot it on with a nice cotton swab here. Again, this is not to be overdone because, actually I'm not going to do it with a cotton swab, I'm going to do it with toilet paper because it seems to work easier. I just crinkle it up and blot it in there. And just blot it on, and then I'm going to kind of smear it out, and it just gives some cool little effects to the face. Again, this is just something I like. Not everybody has to do this, and it kind of looks like all blotchy and messy right now, but we'll fix that. Alright, I'm going to set it again. I'm going to darken up this nose and eyes a little bit more. So, again, I got a cotton swab here, and I'm going to dry my teeth off, and I have this really nice stuff. It's liquid tooth blackout, and I can't remember exactly what company this is from because I've had it for so long, so I do apologize. You can get it anywhere, like a costume store. It's pretty cheap.
Just so you guys know, I'm over here doing the cross.
And he's watching me, but everyone's watching me right now, so
hopefully millions of viewers.
Yes.
But at this point, I don't think we are.
Now, I have a makeup stack here. This is from Cinema Secrets, one of my favorites. I like makeup from everywhere. I mean, I just pick up whatever, looks interesting to me, and that's what I use. So now I got another brush here. Okay, this is a smaller type of brush you're going to see, and I'm going to use that to apply some purple. This is like it's like a maroonish purple, just a little bit of it, not too much. Okay, this is just going to darken the, add some color into my eyes a little bit more. So, again, if you want, I could turn this camera so you can see while I get up here and do this. So I need to get closer. Gonna add in dark here. So I like to get, it's all, to me, it's all about layers, and that's mostly what a lot of makeup is about, is layers. So you want to get, I start with the lighter colors first, and then I go in with the darker on top. I go in with darker on top, if you didn't hear that. Because again, you can always go darker. You can't go lighter once you've applied it. I mean, you can, but I haven't really learned how to do that yet, to where I don't mess up what I've already done. And so, that was a good scene.
Yeah, he's well. No, we already did the scene. They watched it from last week.
I know.
That was the tutorial that you just did.
I know, but okay, that was a good tutorial.
Well,
it was awesome, actually.
Mr. Humble.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I think that scene looked rather nice.
Okay, so moving on. So yeah, that was the tutorial. This is the end of the episode. If you have any questions, go ahead and contact us at the website under the contact page, or contact us page, whatever. I don't. You got it. You're smart. And go ahead and submit questions to us, or you can do it in the comments below, and the donor page.
Yes, please donate. I sound like I'm begging again. If you'd like to donate, we would very much appreciate it, because things do cost money, and I would like to do some more extravagant stuff.
Yeah, we have big plans for the end of the year if we get enough money. Yeah. I mean, drones and sword fights and stunts. And
lasers, maybe some lasers.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Costumes.
We're gonna be covering a lot.
A lot.
In December.
A lot.
December's your hint.
December.
So donate. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of donating,
yes.
We're going to start the contest this month because we have the prop that we made last week.
Perfect.
So start donating. When you get to the donate page, it's going to give you an option for your name. Under your name, put your name.
Please.
And,
so we can thank you appropriately.
And then, so I can get a hold of you, comment on our Facebook page. Bam. And then I will know how to get a hold of you. And we will contact you if you won. So all you have to do is donate to enter. And next week's episode will announce the winner.
Yes.
And if there's no winner, well, then I'm just keeping the prop. Yeah, mine. Totally mine.
All right, I'll let him have it. The next prop's mine. I don't care where.
Or theirs.
Or yours if you donate.
So,
sorry, I'm getting a little greedy.
That's the show for this week. Join us again next week.
Yes, and please don't forget to like
and subscribe.